Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. Many times we are talking about how to plan our daily life, our schedules, appointments, to-do lists, routines, but 2 weeks ago, my family and I had to abruptly leave New Orleans because of 2 hurricanes that were headed our way. It was all of a sudden, and it got me thinking to do a video on how to get prepared for a weather emergency. So this video will be specifically related to how we prepare for leaving the city, not for what we decide to do if we decide to stay. That will be in another video. Here is 7 things that we do to prepare for a weather emergency. The first thing is scan all of our valuable documents and store them securely online. You want to take any valuable documents that you have and store them securely online so that they can't be ruined by a disaster. We have a binder that I take with me. It has all of our original documents and it's kept in a fireproof safe while we travel. And I also scan all of our documents and keep them on my Google Drive. Google Drive is tied to an email account that I don't use for any other purpose, and that ensures that the email account won't be hacked and our information would be taken. So the type of documents that I am taking with us is our will, insurance policy, any contracts that we may have, passports, social security cards, our tax records for like the past 2 years, and birth certificates, marriage certificates, just things of that nature. And like I said, I keep all of the original documents in this binder that I do take with me, and I scan a copy of all of the documents into Google Drive so that if anything happens, I have them both places. I have a copy online as well. Number 2, I keep an app with all of my passwords, logins, and need to know numbers. When you're traveling, many times you need to know certain numbers like your passport number, your social security number, credit card numbers. So I have a secure app on my phone that helps me keep track of all of these important numbers. It's called 1Password. In my 1Password app, I can keep logins to important websites. I can keep credit card numbers, social security numbers, bank account numbers. The app is about $20 to purchase, but I promise you it's worth every single penny. It has come to the rescue so many times when I'm trying to log in on a site and I don't remember the password that I set up. So this is one area that I do not keep in my planner at all. I keep all my passwords in this app and it's very secure. Having an app like 1Password is so helpful while you're on the go. While I'm traveling and I may need to get into another website, maybe I'm using a new computer, having this app makes it so much easier and really takes away all of the frustration that can come sometimes with technology. Number 3, get renter's insurance. So this doesn't apply to me now, but it's on this list because I remember when I was 25 years old, Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. When it hit New Orleans, I had been in my brand new, fully furnished apartment for about 6 months when we had to evacuate. The best decision I ever made was getting renter's insurance. At the time, it was about $25 per month, but it saved me thousands of dollars because I was easily able to report my losses to my insurance company, and I had a check to help me replace all of my items within 2 weeks, which was very, very, very helpful while I was going through so much through Hurricane Katrina. Now, of course, the renter's insurance couldn't replace my childhood pictures, but it definitely helped with replacing my wardrobe and my furniture once I returned to New Orleans. So even though we currently live in a house and this doesn't apply to us anymore, I feel as though it still needs to be stated because it was a lifesaver when I was renting. Number 4, take pictures of your house and take them with you. The next thing that you should definitely do is take pictures of everything in your home and take those pictures with you. This was something else that I did prior to Hurricane Katrina that really saved me with my insurance company. Like I said, I had only been in my apartment for 6 months, so having pictures to prove that I had purchased all of the furniture that I said that I did on the claim was another thing that really sped up the process. Now, of course, at the time when I was taking pictures of my apartment, I didn't know that it was going to come in handy with my insurance company. I was just taking pictures to share with my family and my friends how my apartment was progressing and the decor that I was adding, and I was just posting it to Facebook. But thank God that I did that, because those pictures helped me out so much in the long run. And now I take pictures of every single room in our home prior to us evacuating, and I keep them in my fireproof box just in case we need them. Number 5, examine your insurance policy. Many people assume that homeowners insurance will cover all of the damage to their homes caused by a natural disaster, but that's not necessarily true. A standard homeowners insurance policy doesn't usually cover earthquake damage or flood damage. So we live in New Orleans, and New Orleans is prone to flooding. We had to get a separate policy that covered flood because our homeowners insurance does not cover flood. So if you live in an earthquake area or a flood area, you just may want to purchase an additional earthquake policy or a rider and examine your insurance policy to see what is covered and what is not covered. Number 6, have cash on hand. I recommend keeping at least $1,000 on hand in your home in the case of an emergency. Now, this was one of the things that I did not do during the time of Hurricane Katrina, and I remember during Hurricane Katrina, the banks had a maximum of $500 that you could take out the ATM at one time per day. This made it extremely difficult for us while we were evacuating, because while we were on the go, we needed more cash on hand, and we couldn't get it out at one time. So we would literally have to wait till the next day and go back to the ATM, which was very, very, very frustrating. So now I like to keep cash on hand in our home in a fireproof safe, just in case we ever need to leave quickly. And if you're wondering about the exact amount that you should have, I feel like $1,000 is a really good number to have. However, if you are evacuating to an expensive place, then you may need more. So the best thing that you could possibly do in this situation is set up a mock budget. See on average how much it costs you to travel where you would normally go in the case of an evacuation. How much are the hotels there? How much is the food there? And once you develop your mock budget of how much it will cost you to actually evacuate, then you can set aside that particular amount in your home. And number 7, have a credit card. Now, there are certain travel expenses where you may need a debit or a credit card, like for purchasing a flight or a hotel stay. And having one credit card that you store away and only use for emergencies will ensure that you always have enough available credit whenever you may need it. So I like to have a credit card with a couple of thousands of dollars available to me, and that helps if I'm ever in the bind and on the go. Now, if you are anti-credit card, then you definitely can also do this with a debit card. Just be careful wherever you use your debit card, because credit cards do have a little bit more protection if anybody ever gets a hold of it than a debit card does. But either way, you want to have a card that's available to you that has a couple of thousands of dollars on it, just in case you need it. Well, guys, I hope these 7 tips have helped you if you're ever trying to prepare for a weather emergency. If you have any additional comments or tips, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your suggestions as well. Make sure that you head over and follow me on Instagram at The Organized Money, and you join my mailing list. I send out an email every single Thursday on different topics revolving around planning life and managing money. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.